right, guys, welcome to another episode of Crossover Comics. We have a special guest today, but before we start, we have to settle a debate. Who's better, Spider-Woman or Thor? Let's hear it.
Um, Spider Woman, no notes. Like it's that easy.
Honestly,
That
it's kind of like when we look at sports, we have to look at the track record, right? Obviously,
Right.
from what
Yeah,
I've
let's
read,
do that. Let's
No,
look
no,
at
no,
track
wait.
records. Yeah.
from
Everybody
what,
watching, stop this right now. Go on Google and search worst things done by Thor, and then go straight to number one. Okay.
bro, look, I'm gonna show you something. Look at this. Who is this? Who is this? Yeah,
That is
this is
Jessica Drew, the OG Spider Woman, of course.
So then
this
that's
is pretty incriminating evidence right here. Look at this. Like, is that
Okay.
Hydra? Is that Hydra?
That is Hydra. That is correct.
That's crazy. I mean, I wouldn't want to, support any hero that works for Hydra.
Is
Kinda
that right?
Crazy. Yeah. Oh wait,
Well,
don't bring
is
anything
that
up.
right?
'Cause- No.
Okay, because I wouldn't want to support any hero that actually rub elbows with Hitler. Okay, so I mean, what are we talking about here?
I think. See, this is what Spider-Woman fans love to do: bring things out of context. That's completely out of context. There's context to
Okay.
it. All right.
I'm sorry.
There's context.
Question
He
for
was
you:
tricked.
Where is Thor right now? Where's Thor right now?
I would rather not answer.
Oh, okay. For anybody that don't get that reference, go to Blood Hunt, the Korean Marvel event that just started, and go check on Thor. See how he's doing. As a matter of
alright.
fact, read any Marvel event and let me know what happened to Thor. If he wasn't dead, he died, or he got a huge L by like a nobody. So,
All right.
why would you root for that guy anyway?
Let's bring a neutral, person into this. Rome's, who do you think is better?
I like Thor more, but I mean, Spider-Woman's got a badass story.
That's fine.
I mean, he already said the answer.
So-
Thor,
I mean,
That's
I
fine,
read
that's
I read
fine.
more Thor, but Spider-Woman. I mean, she be had dude. Hey, only two people that are scared of. I mean, Taskmaster's only scared of two people: Moon Knight and Spider-Woman.
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 Hey,
And, you know,
people are scared of
Nobody's
him.
scared of Thor. You know,
Thor doesn't
Thor
have
is
to.
Sisyphus. If
Thor-
you like mythology, right? I know you're a big mythology guy because you like Thor. Thor is Sisyphus, right? He's the one pushing the boulder up the hill just for it to just roll back down, and he have to come all the way to the bottom and do it all over again, right?
Can I say
He
one
dies,
thing?
right? He dies. He comes back. He gets stronger. He gets like all these power ups, and then Marvel throws another event. He dies again, and he has to start all over.
All right,
The
let's look at
Blood
the
Hunt,
track.
it
Wait,
just started.
look at this. Look at this. This is the track record. Thor is one of the OG members of the Avengers, right? Am I right or wrong?
Right, that's correct.
Yeah.
He has saved the universes by himself or with a team multiple times. Am I right or wrong?
Correct.
I mean, he's only been a father once, but that was like it's out of the continuity. Spider-Woman lost her kid. Who knows where who knows where he's at? Fourth, was a Hydra agent. If I remember correctly, she made a deal with Hydra to get powers, but then the Hydra members turned out to be Skrulls. So she
Right.
kind of screwed the universe, and she made the secret invasion happen, basically.
This is true. So to put it in context, right?
Context,
Spider
look at it.
Woman was approached you can find this in giant size Spider Woman, okay, by Bendis. She was approached by Hydra, and they were like, "Hey, we have an offer for you. We can give you your powers back, or we kill you." Right? Think about it. We'll give you a couple of days, right? She goes back to Nick Fury, her first mentor, right? He's like a father figure to her.
Yeah.
And he's like, do it. Be their double agent. I will feed you bad intel, and then you can tell me what they're doing. So she became like a triple agent because she was following Nick Fury's advice. Nobody knew they were Skrulls. So, unfortunately, secret invasion happened because they ended up taking replacing Spider-Woman with Varanki, the Queen of the Scrolls, which, mind you, it was the only way the Scrolls were able to push the Secret Invasion as far as they did, because they picked Spider-Woman, not Thor. As a matter of fact, Thor was dead, so I don't even know what we even talking about here. Even if he was alive, they wouldn't pick him because nobody likes Thor. Okay, Spider-Woman had ties to the X-Men, to Shield, to the Avengers, to Hydra. Like, everybody loves Spider-Woman. Okay, who likes Thor?
Yeah, Hydra definitely does love Spider-Woman. Well,
Of
let's
course, bro. Listen, Hydra, we moving Earth and heaven to try to get Spider-Woman back into Hydra. You saw it in Civil War. I'm sure you read it because you read Spider-Woman a lot more than your casual.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't
I
have
don't
to.
know.
You can
I
play
don't
this
know
game. I
what
don't
you're
care.
talking about.
Okay. I got the screenshots. Okay, I got the receipts. Don't worry about it.
These are slanderous claims you are making.
Listen to these Romes. Jessica, right? Varanki got caught by Shield, right? Because they were trying to figure out where was Captain America during Civil War, and when she was in the helicarrier,
Helicarrier.
helicarrier, Hydra pull out all the stops. They did like a huge massive EMP where they literally shuts down the entire like electric grid in New York, including the helicarrier. You have a helicarrier just now free falling on New York. Hydra agents comes out of nowhere, attack the helicarrier with the Avengers in it, with Shield in it, with Iron Man, with everybody to rescue Jessica Drew and take her back to her compound, right? Because they wanted to show her that they still have faith that she could come back and be the new Madame Hydra and lead them into the new age of Hydra. And Jessica Drew, even though it was Varanki, she was like, oh, okay. And she blew them up. She just killed them and blew up their entire compound. Okay, so yes, she was Hydra. Yes, she was an agent. That was ages ago. Okay, let it go. It happened.
All right, wait. I want to dive into a point that you made earlier. You said they chose Spider-Woman, right, instead of Thor. Well, let me tell you why. Rome's, would you
because
rather
Thor
take?
was already with Hitler. He was already a Hydra. Like they.
Okay. They would obviously take the easier person. They can't impersonate Thor, the god of thunder, one of the strongest beings in the Marvel universe. They can pose as someone who's like lesser, like a street tier character. Like who?
So tell me why, Rome's. Tell me why Thor comes down from Midgard to go rub elbows and do photo ops with Hitler on stage.
That's
crazy.
No, he has no proof. That's slanderous claims.
You telling me Thor didn't get gaslit into joining the Third Reich in World War II for a moment? How gullible can you be? How gullible can you be? I thought he was supposed to be protecting Midgard. Why was he shaking hands and kissing babies in Third Reich rallies with Hitler?
Let's understand one thing, right?
Okay. Hold on. Let me take a sip of coffee.
Hold on.
Okay, my bad.
Oh, this guy.
All right, continue.
Let's delve into this. All right. First of all, this was before Thor became protector of Midgard, right? This is before he was young Thor, right? He hasn't really been to Midgard that long.
Okay.
So he doesn't know what's going on down there. So when some guy comes on, summons him, right? And there's a team called the Invaders coming towards you. Like, that's not a really superhero type. The Invaders, are you serious? Of course he's gonna be like, I don't really know about this. I'll help you out. But then he got informed by like the heroes, right?
Right.
There's context.
So ignorance.
I'm sure there is.
So
I'm sure there is some
ignorance.
Yeah, ignorance.
It was due to ignorance.
He didn't know.
He didn't know. Okay.
He's gullible. Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Now that that debate is over, I mean, we could have heard some of Thor's best parts, but I'll put it in the post. So we're gonna talk about Free Comic Book Day.
There's nothing good about Thor, but okay.
Thor's the best. Thor's the best.
Okay. We're gonna talk about Free Comic Book
All
Day
right,
and
all right.
how
Let's settle
we.
this. Let's settle this. Let's settle this. Right. One question to settle this debate. Right. Rome's. Who would you rather date, Thor or Jessica Drew?
I mean, come on, bro. I'm not Spider Woman all the way, bro.
Okay,
I,
done.
I
What
see all
about
the
you,
poses.
Timo?
I
Who
see
would
all
you
the
rather
poses.
date? Who would you rather date?
Well, how tall is Jessica Drew? Like 5'8" or something? 5'7"?
Hey, she might height. She
I
might
think
height.
she's
Bro.
like 5'9", 5'10".
She might.
Nah,
I dated
okay.
older girls.
She's taller than you. I hope that's not an
No,
inconvenience.
she's not taller than me. Bull crap. No way. No way. Okay.
Let's
I don't know. Thor seems like, I mean, Thor can take you on magical rides, you know, on a chariot. He can take you to the realm,
okay.
the golden realm eternal. He's like 6'8", blonde
He
hair.
can kill
Come on,
you.
bro.
He can kill you because he's known for killing his own people. So you got to think about that too.
Context. Context matters. Context matters a lot.
Roms, have you ever read the Ragnarok story in Thor comics?
No, but I know of it. Yeah. Like
Okay,
I know.
so
I know,
you know
some
that
of the details.
Ragnarok. Okay, so the important details that you have to know is that Loki conquers Asgard, right?
Mhm.
He calls himself king or whatever, and Thor is so jealous he cannot stand the fact that Loki is now the king of the Aesir, that he decides to just unleash Ragnarok and kill everybody and just wipe everybody, everything and everyone off instead of letting Loki rule. That's the gist of it.
I don't think you read the story correctly, but that's his take on it. That's his take.
I'm just giving you like a very boiled down, stripped down to the bone core of the story, basically.
I had to debunk.
Did I say anything incorrectly? Did I say anything that is factually incorrect?
Yeah, he did kill his own people. He wasn't jealous. He was not jealous. He was not. Let's make that clear. He was not. He had to do it for the good of his people. That's
right, because he could not, be ruled by Loki because he could not, admit to himself that Loki was his better. So it's okay. It's okay.
Some things are more complicated.
Rivalry can be sibling rivalry between Vikings can be devastating, as we know, right? Like
and something we're seeing
about,
right now.
The Sons of Ragnar. You say what?
And something we're seeing right now.
Yeah. you heard the stories of the Sons of Ragnar, right?
Yeah.
And King Horik and King Finehead, they be killing each other all the time. That was the Viking way. I get it.
I'll let you live in your little fantasy land, all right? I'll let you live in your little fantasy land where you think Thor did this out of jealousy.
Okay.
All
right. Any more you want to add, Timo, before we end that 13-minute discussion?
I think we just know Thor is a better hero. He's the better Avenger, better overall hero.
Better at dying, of course. Can't forget that.
I mean, at least he doesn't lose his kids, right? He's not a bad mother.
No, he doesn't lose. He doesn't lose his kids. He just kills all the Aesir at once. So, you know what? Jessica Drew's never been called.
What?
Jessica Drew's never been called unworthy. So, is she better? I mean, you tell me.
All right, guys. I gotta
tell me. I don't know.
Is it. That's it. All right, guys. That's a clip. That's gonna be a clip. I don't care. That's a clip.
I just can't, bro.
All right. Yeah. I'm pretty sure in the comments down below, make sure you tell me who won out of these two. But now we're gonna move on to Free Comic Book Day. We're gonna move on.
How was your Free Comic Book Day, Rome's?
So I volunteered to help at the comic book store, one of my comic book stores, and they had a midnight showing or a midnight opening and a 10 o'clock showing. I was exhausted, but it was a lot of fun.
Midnight showing,
they opened up at midnight. There was a big old line. I mean, they were full till like close to 2 o'clock, and then they were still full the next day.
That's some drop culture right there. Like you remember when I don't know if this is still happening, but when before shoes will be sold online. Like if you wanted to cop the new Jays, like they would do like a midnight drop. You remember? And you have
Yeah.
to like stand outside the Foot Locker or the mall to
Yeah.
try to get
To
in and
get
buy
'em.
your pair.
That was
Hey,
easier than
your
now
LCS was doing that
without
shit. That's
bots.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and they were doing a bunch of giveaways like every hour, every 30, 40 minutes. So it was a lot of fun. I was just there kind of like a fly on the wall, just taking pictures and taking video and everything.
Yeah.
But it was a nice experience. I did it last year, but this year I felt like I was really part of the crew. And I still haven't made their video, but I gave them all their photos. But they Toy
What's
and
your
Comic
store called?
Junkie.
Yeah, plug 'em,
It's
plug 'em.
Toy and Comic Junkie. I'll put it up
Okay.
here, and yeah, they've always been great to me. Most Wanted Comics as well. They I like to give them a shout out to. I didn't get a chance to go, so I went to the other one and I was exhausted, and I had a birthday party to go right afterwards. So I'm
Dang.
still a little
You was a
sleepy from
busy
the
bee.
weekend.
Yeah,
You was a
yeah.
busy bee.
man.
Yeah, because the day before I went to go see the Fall Guy, which was awesome. And then the next day, because I stood up late doing that, watching the movie, and then I did that, and then the next day I had a birthday party, so I'm kind of tired still.
Damn, man.
I only was able to
Lazy.
pump out one
Lazy.
video this whole week because I just kept falling asleep.
Shit, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
But
What about
yeah,
you, Timo? How was your free comic book day?
It was really. Also, I want to say thank you, Year, by the way, for what you did. Thank you, bro. You're the
Thank you.
man.
No, thank you, bro. Tell the people
What
what you
happened?
did, who you met on free comic book day.
Dude, I met Adam Hughes, the artist for Catwoman, Wonder Woman, and a bunch of other titles. I actually got. I'm gonna mail them out. I got a Funko Pop waiting for you too, Year. Hopefully you don't have it.
What? No way, bro. Look at this.
But I got this.
Put it more in the camera so we
Is
can
that
see
good?
it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, there you go. We can
But
see
this
it.
comic got signed by for Year. I got it for Year, and then this one I got for JT, who is a Wonder Woman fanatic, and then this one I got for me. I don't know
Nice.
the
That one looks
reasons
kinda
why I got
nice.
this one, but it was really
Oh,
nice.
Oh,
yeah,
I
looks
can
nice.
see. I can see two reasons why. I
Uh,
can
can
see,
see
two
one big
reasons why.
but it was
Yeah.
so awesome. The people at the battlegrounds in Dalton, Georgia, are amazing. The staff is so friendly. I didn't get to go down to my LCS that I go pick up my comics, which is the Fantasy Factory, but I'm pretty sure they had a good free comic book day. But man, it was really awesome. I was really nervous. Like this is my first time ever getting comics signed. I was like,
Really?
I asked
Timo
Adam.
was hitting me up like every day up till free comic book days. Like, hey, what do you do? What do you say? Do I need to get a Sharpie? How do I? He was like super all over the place. I was like, bro, he's just a regular guy that drops comics. Act normal.
Did you
And
get
I bet Timo
starstruck?
went in there like,
Dude, I was so nervous, bro. I asked.
Did you get
Adam, like,
starstruck?
yeah, I was like, this is like the first basically famous comic person I've ever met. I've never met a
Yeah.
famous person in my life. And I was like,
I've met a
okay, so
few.
let's
but-
give like the viewers a little background here, right?
Some
Adam
context.
Hughes is a huge comic book cover artist, right? Like he's done interior work every now and then, especially in the beginning of his career. But he became famous because of this art style that he created that he called good girl art, right? And if you check all Catwoman, all Volume 2 Wonder Woman, he did a lot of stuff with indie comics. He's done a lot of indie comics as well,
Yeah.
like Fayrest. All of the covers of that's like a Fables spin-off by the Vertigo comics, right? All of the covers of Fayrest are done by Adam Hughes. The Kelly Thompson run from like 2020, all of those covers are done by Adam Hughes. Like Adam Hughes is such a huge artist. He doesn't even do conventions anymore, right? It's
Really?
crazy that he just showed up. Yeah, you will not see Adam Hughes at conventions anymore for the most part. Like he'll do like maybe one a year, and it's like he's getting paid, and part of the the money that's gonna be made is going to some charity or some sort, right? He stopped doing conventions because he's well off. He doesn't have to. And
Yeah.
the fact that he just showed up casually at Timo's store, it was a big deal. So that's why Timo was like kind of like starstruck a little
Dude.
bit, because like you're not gonna
Dude,
see
I
it
was
regularly like that.
I understand him because I've only met one person. I've only met Donny Cates, and I think I met him like twice. No, once. Only met him
Yeah.
once, and I've been reading comics since like I was like close to 8, 9, and I've never been to a convention, never met a comic book creator. And I think you and me, Timo, we were supposed to go to Dallas Expo, but I mean, I couldn't go, you couldn't go, and I really wanted to meet Jim Lee, but the
Shocker.
fact that what.
No,
But
Timo was also supposed to go to MegaCon in Orlando last year with me.
things
And,
happen.
Things happen, and he couldn't make it. I even did I told Timo that if he committed to go to MegaCon, I would do a Spider-Woman cosplay, and I did. I cosplay as Spider-Woman in MegaCon,
yeah,
and he never showed up. So,
I saw that. I know
so
what
I'm not
you
surprised.
I just made him
he
embarrass
didn't show
himself.
up to
I made-
Dallas.
I made him embarrass himself in public by wearing that Spider-Woman outfit.
Embarrassed? Bro,
Like,
people were stopping me to take pictures with me, okay?
we don't gotta tell lies, all right?
So, hey,
Bro,
here,
I met John Berthold. I met John Berthold.
Oh
for
yeah,
Punisher.
that's right. Oh man, dude, I'm
in
so
MegaCon,
jealous, dude. I wanted to
And
meet
my
him
wife
too.
was wearing a Punisher cosplay,
Punisher.
and he was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then he looked at me, and he said, "All right, who we got over here?" And I was like, "Spider-Woman." And he was like, "Oh," and he stepped away from me because he knows what's up. Okay, so
No, he didn't even know who you were. That's how he did not know what's up, bro. He's like, who is this
Hey.
character?
he's just an actor. I don't expect him to
Hey.
to know like the greatest comic book character of all time. Like,
Mm.
it's okay.
Hey Timo, so like, did you remember everything with like the artists? Because I blanked out whenever I met Donny Case. He asked me a question, and I just remember like I was standing outside the store.
Dude, I was gonna ask him a question, but I was just so nervous at the moment. I was like, I got nervous. I'm like, can I send this to my friend Year? I said, yeah, sure. But I couldn't ask him, bro. I was just too nervous. I was starstruck.
Yeah, I had the same experience too. Like he asked me, I told him, "Man, you're my first comic book guy." He's like, "I hope I did a good job," and I'm like, "Dude, I don't remember anything after that." I was just like, I had the pictures, but I just don't remember. And the funny thing is that the comic, I left all my comics at home, so I just bought God Country and Someone in Line. He had like 5 Venom #1s, and he's like, here because he heard my story, and that's how I got mine signed. But dude, I was like, it was too much for me.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. It was crazy. Were you excited when you met John Berthel?
I would have.
Yeah. Freaking NERDTOOINE was also in the line. Just a little ahead of us. And NERDTOOINE, he they agree, they fist bump or whatever. Hey, what's how you doing? Blah blah blah. And then when they post for the picture, because it's like very quick, it's like they're trying to rush a lot of people through the photo op, right? And
Yeah.
John Berthold stands up like with his hands like this, and NERDTOOINE goes, and they take the picture, right?
Oh yeah,
And
they
he's gonna
both
walk
did
away.
it. Yeah.
John Berthold was like, whoa. You're not gonna do that. I'm just gonna stand here like a schmuck. Come back here. And NERDTOOINE was like, I'm sorry. He was like, no. Let's both do it.
Yeah.
And then they both like this for the picture.
Oh my god.
I was freaking. Everybody was laughing, bro. NERDTOOINE is such a cool guy. I wish you guys
he's a cool guy.
could meet him one day.
We're gonna have him
Like,
we're gonna have him on the podcast one day to watch. We're gonna have him on the podcast.
Bro, he's amazing.
He's a good guy,
amazing.
man. And not just that, I personally think he's a good friend in my but he's giving me a lot of good advice.
Too.
Oh yeah, I haven't made his video yet for his comic. I made one, but you need to go like check him out. He has a good comic. He has a good thing going on right now. So all those who are watching, and plus he's part of the crossover community, so we have to support him. We have to support him. Not trying to guilt trip you, but I am.
Oh, we're gonna have him. We're gonna have him over.
We're gonna have him. Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of had like that same experience that you guys did, like being starstruck. Like, so the first big creator I met, right? I haven't met that many, but it was James Tinian, and I didn't know who he was, right? That's like my
Oh,
first
I know this
convention
story.
ever. I was not familiar with his work, right? I ended up buying a book from a colorist, right? He was like, if you buy this book, I'll sign it. The writer, Sam Johns, just down the aisle. Just tell her I sent you, and she'll sign it for you too for free. And that sounded like a great deal to me. I didn't know who they were, but I'm like, okay, cool, right? The guy's name is called Jeremy Clark. He's an inker, rather, not a colorist, an inker. It was like, okay, he was a very nice guy. So I bought the book. It was a Punchline cover, so of course I was gonna buy it. He signed it. He said, okay, go down there to table whatever and tell Sam I sent you. So I'll get over there and I meet Sam, this lovely lady. She was like, oh, Jeremy sent you. Oh, yeah, no problem. Nice to meet you. She signed the book. She's like, hey, James is about to come here to pick me up so we can go to lunch, have lunch together. Would you like him to sign your book too? And I'm like, James, yeah, sure. I had no idea, right? And James Tinian shows up. He was kind of imposing because he was kind of big. Like I know he lost a lot of weight. He looks great, but he was like an imposing kind of dude. He's tall. He was big. He shows up, and I'm like, all right. He's like, hey, James, this guy got sent here from Jeremy's table. Would you mind signing his book? And he was like, yeah, of course. Let me see it. Signed it. They let me record it. And it's like, here you go. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much. He's like, oh, you're welcome. Nice to meet you. Shook my hand and off they went. I'm like, okay, cool. Then when I got home and I think I told our friend Jeremy, I am Batman. He was like, bro, you don't know who Tinian is? And I'm like, no. He said, bro, look up his work. And then that's when I found out he was writing Batman. He was writing, something's killing the children. He was writing Slaughterhouse, like all this stuff. Nice House in the Lake. I'm like, holy crap,
This
bro!
dude bumps
Like
out
if I meet him now,
bangers.
I'll probably be starstruck now.
Dude, that's awesome. You
That's
did not
crazy,
know
dude.
you didn't know him at all?
No. I mean, I knew that he wrote the Joker book that it was coming out, or it was just finishing at the time, and that he had a hand in writing that book that he signed. But I had no idea that he was a huge deal even back then.
That's freaking awesome, dude.
That's
Oh
wild.
my god, that's awesome.
That's a cool story, man. That's a really cool story.
Yeah, so that book is triple signed by the inker Jeremy Clark, the writer Sam Johns, and James Tinian, the
Do you have it back
co-writer
there?
of that book. No, it's not. I used to have it on display, but since we moved, I have like less. I am allowed less walls to put my stuff on. It's on in one of those short boxes. I have a short box with like signed books and stuff like that. It's in there somewhere.
He just made up
you
this
want-
whole story. He made up this whole story. He doesn't want to show us the comic because
No.
it doesn't exist.
No. I don't make me go look for it. We short on time.
all right. Year. What was your story for Free Comic Book Day? Unless you got anything more to
So
add,
for
Timo?
free,
I'm
No?
good.
Okay.
all right.
All right.
So for Free Comic Book Day, I was gonna be short on time. I could not be out and about all day because I kind of had to like trade places with my wife because our baby daughter is still in the hospital in the NICU because she was born preemie. So I was gonna go in the morning, and then when I came back, she was gonna go and do enjoy Free Comic Book Day as well. So I ended up calling different stores in my area to see, if they were doing anything special for Free Comic Book Day and whatnot. And I ended up going to this place called Kapow Comics. They were giving free coffee. Okay, they were giving. They had like a special of like any $3 book was $1, and any $1 book was $1, and then everything in the back issue section was 50% off. So, bro, I went crazy. I must have picked up like 40 back issues, 40 Wonder Woman back issues from that store. And then they had sets. They had like this huge file cabinet with sets. I picked up like a Scarlet Witch mini run from like the 80s, which is rocking like the flat top with the short hair. Hilarious. which is crazy. I didn't know this, but the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver run that's going on right now is about to end, and a new Scarlet Witch is gonna launch during the summer, and they're gonna have this character called Lore, which is like a split personality or an alter ego of the Scarlet Witch, right?
Yeah.
That character debuted it in that run that I just picked up. So lucky me. I'll
Oh, it's not.
I'll get to read that before the new run comes out. Then I went to and by the way, when I got there before they opened. There was a line of people outside, like
Oh yeah.
in the cold. It was like 30-degree weather.
Oh
And people was
man,
outside
dude.
waiting in line.
Dude, I
Yeah.
remember you sent me a picture. Oh my, it looked like an anthill, bro. Ant colony, just a big old line.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was there
That's
like
crazy.
30 minutes before opening time. And there was a line of like 40 some people already. And there was
Yeah.
people in cosplay
Oh.
standing outside in the cold. Bro, crazy. Then
Yeah.
from
Man,
there,
they
I
must have
went
good
to this,
fans.
oh yeah, bro. I mean, they had crazy deals. The first 50 people that uh, went through the door got like a bag of goodies, right? And in the bag there was like back issues, small trades, posters, stickers, bunch of goodies stuff, right? So it was worth it, definitely worth it. And they had like their back issue, like the $3 and $1. They had like tables with filled front to back of long boxes of back issues. And the thing that I really, really liked is that all those $3 and $1 books were organized in alphabetic order.
Oh,
And
nice.
that's just cures my OCD. When
Yeah.
you're going through like the bargain bins, shit is just thrown in there and you figure it out basically.
Yeah.
But no, these guys actually took the time to organize that, and that says a lot about how they handle their store.
Do you want to
So
shout
if
them
you are
out?
if you are in the Colorado Springs, Kapow Comics, Kapow, like KA/POW, Kapow Comics. They do comics and coffee. They sell both
Oh,
at their
nice.
store. Yeah,
my
And
store
there are
does
actually
something
two
like that
stores.
too.
There's actually two stores like that here in Colorado Springs, where it's like a coffee shop with tables and booths, and then comics, back issues, new issues, keys on the walls. Like it's a great vibe. I'm
Sounds
telling
like
you.
a lounge. It sounds like a lounge mixed with
Basically,
a comic book store.
bro, you could
Kind of
go
like Barnes
buy
and
your
Noble.
comics or exactly. You go pick up your new comics and then get a coffee, sit down, and read your comics and talk to other collectors, other readers.
That's
How much have a community of them, and find other people that also hate Thor. They're out there.
wow. Never mind.
No,
I'm gonna
but
get. Yeah.
then I went to two more stores, but the other store that I want to shout out is called Vault 35 Comics. They're located in the Chapel Hills Mall, right? I went there. They had like a huge spread of free comic book day issues. They had like 40% in on everything in the stores, besides like the key comics on the wall, right? Everything else was like 40%. So I snatched basically like half of their Wonder Woman back issues. I was hunting for Wonder Woman comics. I had a stack like this big of Wonder Woman comics. I shit you not.
Jeez.
Like
I
volume
remember you
two,
showed me.
basically-
You showed me.
Yeah.
Dude, that was a lot, man.
Um,
And how much you get all that for?
I spent like $40 on that store,
That's
and
not
I took
bad.
like easily like 30 some back issues.
Gee, that's a lot,
man.
bro.
Yeah. So I went to this other store. They really weren't doing anything crazy. So I went back to the hospital to trade places with my wife. My wife ended up going to Vault Comics as well, and some other stores like toy stores over there in the mall that were all, doing deals as well. And then when my wife came back on my way home, I stopped at Vault Comics again because I was like, I can't pass on these deals. Like, let me just snatch all these back issues that I'm trying to collect, and save all this money. Basically, that's like, if you want to take anything away from like what I'm saying, like in Batman Day, Superman Day, Free Comic Book Day, all of these days that are marked down on the calendar for
Comic book stores.
your local comic book stores, they always have deals because they're trying to clear some space. They're trying to like clear some stock. They're trying to get rid of some comics that have not moved or sold in years, and they give specials because they want to get rid of them. So take advantage of those, for real. Those
Yeah,
are the
support your
days where you
yeah.
get to save a lot of money.
Yeah, support your local comic book store. That's a big one too, because I know online is a lot easier. I mean, I'm guilty of it, but go to your comic book store. I mean, and not just that, you'll find other people that are just like you or like the same interests, and so you never know. You'll never know what type of people are there. Like sometimes you'll meet other content creators that show up, and eventually y'all do something together. But yeah, big
Yeah.
shout out to my comic book store for letting me have the honor for helping them out that day, and Toy and Comic Junkie and Will and everybody from there. But yeah, it was a great day for that day, and I'm really honored for that.
I'm still like processing
Hype.
that they did like a midnight drop kind of thing. That's crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
they did that last year because they were trying to beat out the other guys, but they had a really good turnout. I even sold my old Marvel from the 90s, like Marvel DC trading cards. But I went over there. I sold it myself, but I asked the guy for 20. He still asked for like 15. And I was like, dude, come on, man. Like,
They'll always try
$20.
lowball you. They'll always try
Yeah.
lowball you.
Bro, life in the comic book community is a bargain. Everybody's gonna bargain with you, and that's just how it is.
I should have asked for more so that way I could have got the $20.
Yeah, you kind of have to be like very stern or sometimes even mean to people when they
Well, because
like,
I have a public
people
face,
will, like, come
I
up,
can't be like
bro.
like a DICK, and then like people are like, man, screw that guy. I'm like, what I mean? I don't want repercussions, and I know I can be like that, but I got, and then I'm at a comic book store, so I'm like, I gotta be nice to people,
Yeah.
And it's not
you
my store.
Part of the staff, you can't just go off.
So,
Yeah.
I know.
But people be disrespectful sometimes with like the offers, like that way. Like my wife, I'm gonna put her on blast. She's guilty of this. Like when she wants something, she'll go for like the lowest bidding possible. Sometimes like borderline disrespectful. Like, all right, I'll offer you this amount, and I'll look at her, babe. They're not gonna take the offer, and she's like, you gotta go for the no first. You can't argue that logic.
That's
you can't argue that
smart.
logic.
That's smart. That's super smart. All right.
So wait. Talking about like bargains. Year posted, I think the Thor disassembled, right? And he listed it. He listed at a certain price, and I bid. I don't think he knew it was me, but I bid like I took like $4 off. I was gonna keep going. If he accepted it, I was like, yes. He didn't know it was me until I sent him a message.
If you would have told me, hey, I'm trying to buy those comics from you, I would have told you, okay, send me this offer, and I'll accept it. You didn't have to be all freaking subterfuge about it. Like you could have just told me. We always hook you up. If you follow me right on social media, and from my content you went to my comic book store, I'll give you a deal, right? If you're my friend, which in you guys' case, I consider you two friends. I'm not gonna try to make money in you. Like I'm reading these comics. If they're not gonna steal my personal collection, I'm just trying to sell them to to make space for more. Like I'm not gonna try to make a buck out of a friend.
I feel bad because I really don't like lowball my friends because I make deals with Batman and he'll give me like the most like good deals. I'm like, I feel bad, bro. I feel like I'm lowballing you. I'm like, I'll get you more.
What is it?
Oh,
then?
From year, I bought like the full run of Avengers.
Ragnarok. That's the story I was telling you about, where Thor
Oh, I
killed
haven't read
all
that
of the
one.
Aesir because he was jealous
Oh,
of Loki.
He,
Bro, how you think I know? How you think I know about this story? I bought it at my local store back in Florida. I read it and I was like, oh my god, Thor is terrible. I don't want to keep this in my personal collection, so I put it on eBay.
I think you gotta go to the doctor to evaluate your, your mental. That's not at all what happened. But I'll let you live in your little fairyland. All right.
Okay.
I'll let you live that. But
Don't
yeah,
make me make a 30-minute video breaking down the story, because I will. I
I'll
will
make
expose.
I'll make a ref,
I will,
I'll make a refute video.
a rebuttal.
A rebuttal. Yeah, a rebuttal.
Oh,
Oh
that's
my god,
fine.
a rebuttal, bro.
That's fine. That's fine. My
It's
arguments
set.
are gonna be
It's
locked
set.
in. Like there's nothing you're gonna be. Don't make me tell the story of what was his name?
I know
The
you're talking about the Viking Thor, Hulk.
no.
Oh my
Hold
god.
on.
Timo,
I got you.
just go all Kendrick on him, dude. Just go
Oh,
all
I'm
Kendrick.
telling you, bro. I hate the way that you talk, the way that you
Bro.
walk. Oh my god, bro. I'm about to make a
BBL, BBL,
BBL Drizzy. Oh my
Wait,
god.
hold on. There was this story called about Odolf the Black, where
Uh-oh. Is it that
Thor
bad?
was friends with this Viking called Odolf, right? And then Thor betrayed him.
What do you
That's not
do?
true.
Have you heard about this story, Rome's?
No.
No?
Timo, what
So,
it feels like
there
you
used
got
to be-
something to say. Say something, Timo.
You're just spouting lies and lies, all right?
Okay.
Here-
I haven't said anything yet. I haven't said anything yet.
I know exactly what you're gonna say. All right.
So,
He was not betrayed. He got
No?
cocky and he thought he could do things by himself. He's like, I don't need Thor anymore. So when the other team prayed for Thor, they're like, Thor, come on, help out your boys. And Thor went on their side. He's like, oh, why'd you do this to me, Thor? Like, come on now, come on. It's your fault. It's not his Thor's fault.
because Thor, the god of thunder, has no loyalty on anybody, right? If anybody prays for Thor, he'll show up and help them. That's how he ended up fighting for Hitler, because they pray for him.
No,
He
no.
showed up. He was like, all right, whose prayer I have to answer? And Hitler was like, oh, okay. All right, let's go kill some people.
No, I'm gonna make a video.
Basically, that's what happened to Odolf the Black, right? This Viking used to pray to Thor to help him in his conquests and his battles, and Thor will show up and fight on Odolf's side. And the one time Odolf forgot to pray to Thor showed up on the other side and just slaughtered Odolf's people and Odolf himself. Like, bro,
I saw this video.
sings our
I saw this
praise.
video.
The poet sings our praise. We enjoy the spoils of war together, the women, the gold, the meat, the singing, and now you're just gonna show up and slaughter me and my people because I forgot to pray this one time, bro. Like, where's your loyalty, Thor?
This is what we call propaganda. This is like straight lie. He's twisting the truth, bro. He's
Okay.
to fit Year's narrative. He twists the truth.
Is that what happened? Yes or no?
It's not what happened. That's not what happened. I'll make a video on it. I'll make a video on it. Don't worry.
Hey, we need that
I
video
invite
soon.
everybody to look it up.
Don't look it up.
My video is up. You can go watch it for yourself. It's called the Ballad of Odolf the Black. Look it up on YouTube, and you can see for yourself. The horrible god that is Thor.
These are lies. Read Secret Invasion, and you'll see everything that Jessica Drew let happen. Because her selfish need for power. If I was a superhero and I had no powers, and some mysterious organization came to me like, "Hey, we'll give you back your powers, all right? But you got
or we'll kill you. Make a choice.
I'm gonna die a hero. Then let me.
You know who will say that? A Thor fan, because Thor dies all the time. So I get it. I get where you're coming from.
All right. Okay. Next subject. Oh, all right. We're gonna talk about what we've been reading lately too. Since Year has that store, I actually bought. I've been reading a lot of X-Men stuff lately, and I finally read the Magneto run that he gave me from I think it's called Testament,
Yeah.
and where
Testament,
it's
yeah,
not much
oof.
it's not much superhero stuff. It's more like with Marvel Knights. When that time they were doing more like down to earth type of stories, which are usually my favorites for superheroes because I heard the Battle in Jack one was good too for Daredevil. But before I go on a tangent, this one is like super intense. I haven't made. This is actually one of the videos I have on my list that I want to make before the X-Men 97, which has been amazing. X-Men 97 has been amazing, except for that one part with Captain America. I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, before we go on, that Testament is so good. And I appreciate you for recommending me it. And now that X-Men 97 is out, I read it, and that was a tough read, but it was a solid read. Like, honestly, and then when I found out who it was, the writer, I think, who was it? Zeb Wells, was it? Or
I don't remember.
I think I want to say, let me see. I think I have it. I have it on my phone right here. I have it here. But
Can
go
I
on,
say
you guys.
the comic that I've been reading? I just read it like last night. I'm up to issue 4. Birds of Prey. Dude, I fell in love with it. Oh my god, it's so good. The art, I stopped at issue 5. The art in issue 5 was kind of like, it wasn't good compared to the other 4 issues
It
before.
was different. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really like it, but man, Big Barda, freaking Black Canary,
Greg
is
Pak,
it,
that's who wrote
Greg
it.
Pak,
Greg
yeah.
Pak.
I just got it, yeah.
what's that girl's name?
Yeah.
No, the girl that she made a deal with the island. I forgot her name.
Sin.
No, it's not Sin. It's the girl. Sin was who they were rescuing, right? It was that other girl. The
Stella.
Zealot, yeah,
Oh,
Zealot, bro. And then the fight between Big Barda got. I'm just saying she got knocked out by Wonder Woman. Like one punch, bro. One punch. That was crazy. Big Bird.
bro.
I mean, not Big. Birds of Prey is such a good. It's such a good comic.
I'm gonna have to read
Yeah.
that because I've seen so many clips of Years, like when he covers it. I haven't read it. I mean, I'm still catching up on my own stuff, to be honest. And dude, like, it sounds good. I'm gonna have to get it like on digital, or just. I mean, I had DC Infinite, so I could probably just read it there. But
Is
it
Sure, they'll
sounds
do a
good.
trade. They
is
already have plans to do a trade for like the first arc, and I think they're already doing a one for the second one. But bro, Birds of Prey is the best DC book out right now. Not Batman, not Superman,
I
not
gotta
Wonder
agree.
Woman, not
Well,
Titans, not Green Arrow, not Green Lantern.
What about
Yeah.
Birds
Superman
of
House of
Prey.
Brainiac?
Nah, it's better.
It's better than
better.
that.
It's
Better?
cause
House of Brainiac is a crossover, right? It's a crossover
Yeah.
story between Action Comics, Superman, and the others. But Birds of Prey is a self-contained story. It doesn't cross over into anything.
yeah.
Batman's not in it. Superman's not in it. So it's selling in its own merit, in its own credit.
I got a
Kelly
question.
Thompson is goated. Okay,
Kelly
we gotta,
Thompson.
we gotta start giving her flowers. I'm sorry.
Her Captain Marvel run. I like it. It was really good.
Oh, I've heard she's a good writer, from what I hear.
Yeah.
Yes,
Is Cassandra
You know-
Cain? Is Cassandra Cain a Batgirl?
yes.
She has. I don't care what anyone says. This is my opinion. I think she has the best bat suit. I think her bat suit's the best out of anyone.
Yeah.
The
She
black
has
one
like
looks
the
better.
coolest one
Yeah.
with like the
It
with
looks
the
so
thing,
much
and it looks
better.
like stitched in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
was
a
a
fan
cool
of the mouthpiece.
That's
like,
gone. She doesn't have that anymore. Well, she does. She still does. But it used to look worse.
In the
Now it's more like a
2000s.
mesh.
In
It
the
used to
two-
be like a patch, like something just patching her
Yeah.
mouth with like tape.
But
now it's
it
more
looked
like
like
a mesh.
stitches. Oh, okay. Yeah, because back in the
Stitches,
day,
yeah.
that whenever I got into comics at that time, she was Batgirl. So I was like, I didn't know because like whenever you first get into comics, like there's so much stuff established and you're just so lost. I thought
Yeah.
she was Batgirl, like what do you call it, Barbara Gordon, until I found out she wasn't.
See, I didn't get that confusion because when I first read her, she was called Orphan. and she was in the Bat family, but they called her orphan. Like she was still carrying that mantle from her father. So I was like, okay, this is somebody else. But I completely, it's like, if you jump in right now and she's being called Batgirl and you don't see Barbara, you'd be like, oh, Barbara got a new suit. But
They're both Batgirls, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
Stephanie
this is
Brown
like
is
kind of
also
like
Batgirl.
Robin.
She's not spoiler anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of like the whole Robin
was that,
thing.
Rose?
It's kind of like the whole Robin
Yeah.
thing. Like, so like there's
Ah.
multiple Robins, there's multiple Batgirls.
Okay.
Yeah, there's only one Batwoman. Shout out
All
to
right,
Batwoman.
guys, what else have y'all read?
Shout out to Batwoman, bro. People, I don't know why people here. Obviously, I don't like Spider-Woman, bad character, but Batwoman, like all these other characters that he recommends me, dude, they're straight bomb. They're so good. Besides Spider-Woman, but the others are really good. Like
You
you
know
know
what's a
those
good
good
character?
characters.
Moon Knight. Dude, I have fallen in
Moon
love
Knight?
with Moon Knight with the new Jed McKay run. I mean, I've started reading The Vengeance of Moon Knight. I got into like issue 2. I have the rest of them, but man, because like at the end, like you think it ends, and I'm like, because at first I was like, man, I don't know if he's gonna stick the landing, because that's a bad thing with the Marvel runs. They don't know how to stick the landing. That's just my
Yeah.
personal bias, because that's how I felt with the whole
No, it's
Venom
true.
issue
Or they
50.
just cut him short sometimes.
Yeah, and like I just don't like the way they ended it. And this is one of the few that I actually like. I didn't love it, but I liked it a lot, because it kind of seemed like they were going in one route with one villain who just all of a sudden started showing up at the end of the run, and then they kind of turned it back to the original villain who actually was like messing up Mark Spector's life, and I just got and then in the Vengeance of Moon Knight, when they were mourning. Because if you didn't know, spoilers alert, but Moon Knight dies technically, and I forgot Ben Grimm is Jewish, so he was showing up, and like a bunch of other people were showing up, and like people you don't really you think that didn't really care for Mark, and I've been really loving that series. I hope they give Tigra her own series, because she is so cool in that comic. I really enjoy her as a character. They've been trying to get her a solo run. I've been seeing on Twitter where they're like, you have to at Marvel for them to give us because in the run, I think she has a whole issue for herself too. So everybody gets good character development, cast, and I think it leads into Blood Moon, right, or Blood Hunt.
Yes. So Vengeance of the Moon Knight #5. I read that one because it's supposed to be a tie-in to Blood Hunt. I read something really, really nice there. 8-Ball, this character called 8-Ball,
Yeah,
is having like a one-on-one conversation. Yeah, he's having like a one-on-one conversation with this other person about who Mark Spector used to be, right? And something I didn't think about, right? Like he said that I think 8-Ball used to be like a criminal, right?
Yeah, he
and
was.
He's
yeah.
now like reformed. So he's saying that back when he was still a criminal, that him and his criminal buddies, they used to fear, out of all the street tier heroes, they used to fear Moon Knight specifically, not Punisher, not Daredevil, not Luke Cage, Moon Knight, because they knew that Moon Knight used to be insane before he got better. And while everybody would like stop them from when crime turned him in, they knew that Moon Knight
was a problem.
used to like beat people up just for fun.
And I'm gonna add context. I'm gonna add context to that.
Right.
One of his villains.
He said that
he cut one of his villains' face off.
Ooh.
So like he's like, you know how you see that little like moon thing?
Yeah.
He grabbed that and he cut the dude's face off.
Jeez.
So
and like
they said that. So what 8-Ball was trying to say was like they were afraid of Moon Knight because they knew that back in the day Moon Knight used to be like that. So whenever they were running to somebody else, they knew it's going to be a bad day. But whenever they run into Moon Knight, they were afraid because they didn't know they were going to get the Moon Knight of recent, was what more control, more calm, more
level-headed.
Well, less crazy.
Yeah.
Level-headed. Yes, thank you. or if they were gonna run into Moon Knight having a bad day, and he was just
Oh,
gonna reverse
you
back
don't want to
into
piss
that.
you don't want to piss him off, dude. In the
Exactly. They
run,
didn't know
he uses
when
a
they run into Moon Knight.
chainsaw on someone, dude. You got pissed off and
Wait.
he used a chainsaw on someone, dude.
Wait, he went all Scarface, like the chainsaw.
Bro,
Yeah.
dude, like they I think they took out one of his friends or something like that. He grabbed the chainsaw from the other person and started hitting him with it, and then the other ones they kind of like, nah, we gotta go, we gotta dip.
That's
like,
crazy.
Nah.
So
Like,
yeah, so the street tier criminals, your thieves, your robbers and stuff like that,
Yeah,
they were afraid of Moon Knight specifically because it was like rolling the dice. You never know.
yeah,
If, the day you run into him, he was having a bad day and he just felt like killing you. Like that's how it was. But they also said that Moon Knight, Mark Spector maybe didn't realize this while he was alive, but he had a lot of respect from his peers because he was an Avenger at one point. He was a West Coast
Yeah.
Avenger. He kept a lot of people held him in high praise, even if they didn't share that with him. And I guess
Yeah.
that's why a lot of people showed up to his funeral because they did had a lot of appreciation for him.
see, I didn't know all that.
Actually, if I remember, can I say something? If I remember correctly, I talked with another creator. Mark Spector's Jewish, right?
Yeah.
And when he died, he said these words that when I talked to the other content creator who's Jewish, he said these are the words you're supposed to say when you die. And I was like, I didn't know that.
okay.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty. I was like, I didn't know that.
Something and I didn't understand what he was saying.
Yeah, I guess if I remember correctly from the conversation, you're supposed to say those words before you die. So that was pretty cool.
I've turned into a big Moon Knight fan. Like, I want to go back and read because one of the older comic book stores, shout out to Gail. He's the one that recommended me that run, the Moon Knight run, and then he was like, if you like that, you have to read his older stuff. His older stuff still stands up to this time because you know how like older comics, not all of them kind of like stand the test of time. Like, this one, he said. And I've read a couple of issues here and there, and it's actually pretty good. Like I could see why people think Moon Knight is underrated. And the more I read about it, the more the show I disliked because they like moved completely away from what he actually is. So I don't know.
Damn.
I mean, I like Oscar Isaac, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
You want to know what I think the best comic of the year is right now? What as of right now, Avengers Twilight. That
Which one
comic
is
is
that?
just so good.
Is it the one by what's his name?
Zdarsky.
And then like Zdarsky.
And Acuna, bro. Acuna's art is so nice, bro. He has like this. It's like a crossover style between like Mark Bagley and Alex Ross.
Yeah.
And
it's that one,
bro. It's huge.
The Alex Ross covers, oh my god, they're just so good. The story itself is really good. There's just one cool part. It's spoilers, by the way. There's just one cool part where Captain America, he needs help, right? He doesn't call on Spider-Woman, right? Because she's practically useless. But he calls upon Thor, God of Thunder, and then Thor just pops out of nowhere. Bro, that has to be one of the best panels ever.
It goes hard. It's a cool moment.
It's just,
a cool moment for sure.
And then the latest issue. Oh my god, bro! The latest issue was so cool.
The one where Hulk shows up at the end.
Yeah, he's the reason that whole like H Day happened.
Yeah. So to give context, so basically in this story, there was a day that is now referred as H Day, right? Or some people call it Hero Day.
That one.
Where like,
yeah,
yes, that one where the Avengers fought and lost, a big part of the city, lost a lot of heroes, and from that day on, kind of like a lot of them retired or just left the whole hero thing to basically the government because of the losses that they took that day, right?
Yeah.
And this whole time they baiting you, the writer is baiting you to think that it was called Hero Day to celebrate, the heroes, the fight that they put up and the losses and all that. But then the Red Skull reveals that H Day was not remembered as Hero Day because of the heroes. It was H Day because of the Hulk, because that day the Hulk went on leash by somebody and basically kill and destroy everything.
Yeah.
and at that
So
point,
kind of like
the
the
Red Hulk,
Ultimates universe.
kinda, yeah. So at that point, the Red Skull unleashes the Hulk again on the Avengers. But there's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff going on in there with, like, the Avengers being old, who the new Avengers are, why Thor was hiding this whole time. Like, there's a lot of stuff there to go through. So I highly recommend it. But
It,
that's that. I I can see that as being his book of the year, like,
I
hands
really
down.
I
like it.
haven't read
It's
it.
I'm
such a
I
good
haven't
collecting
read
the
comic.
it.
Alex Ross and the Daniela Cunha covers because I love both.
I started reading Ultimate Spider-Man again. That one is really good.
The
one.
new
Oh,
one or the old one?
Yeah, I started reading the new one. Cause
Yeah.
I've been reading some of the
Bro,
older X-Men stuff, like how Rogue took her powers from Miss Marvel, who's now Captain Marvel,
yeah,
from Carol Danvers.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I forgot that Carol Danvers was part of the X-Men back in the day because I forgot because it said it in the
So
comic, and I was like, I totally forgot about that because I listened to this one podcast. It was back in the day. They don't make as much anymore. It's called Character Corner. I highly recommend it. Any
okay,
comic book fan, highly
Yeah.
recommend it. They're like an hour to 2 hours, sometimes 3. But man, dude, those guys, dude, they like man. But anyways, I forgot that's where I learned it from. But when I was reading it, because I'm making a video on Rogue, because at this current moment in time, Rogue has did something in the new X-Men '97, so you could do with that. But yeah, I started reading that, and I totally forgot about that she was part of the X-Men. And it makes sense because I know in like the last run for Captain Marvel, she was fighting the what do you call it? Like the xenomorph type of aliens from the X-Men
Brood?
universe.
The Brood?
The Brood. There you go. Yeah. Or like they'll lay eggs inside of you and they'll hatch out. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically aliens, but without aliens.
basically aliens, but they look more like cockroaches.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything
Yeah.
else y'all excited
Fun fact-
about? Oh, okay.
Oh, let's see.
Because we gotta wrap it up because that editing, man.
Yeah, we do. I hope there's not much to edit here.
No,
I'll
this
say
is actually gonna
I'm
be
excited
fast, to be
about
honest.
House of Brainiac. House of Brainiac is
Oh,
killing
yeah, it's
it.
pretty good.
Joshua Williamson is killing it. So that's still coming out. I'm excited about that. Excited about Outsiders, crazy book by Jackson and Lansing.
Yeah.
And one book I have never mentioned in this podcast or anywhere before is John Constantine, Hellblazer, Dead in America. That book is brilliant.
Yeah, so-
And I don't read Constantine. I don't know anything about him, but this book
Okay,
is awesome.
I'm gonna put you on game. Okay, dude,
All right, put me
Hellblazer
on.
is amazing, bro. So like, I haven't read it. I have the first issue, but dude, so Hellblazer. So the thing is, with the Keanu Reeves movie, they got it all wrong in that movie. This guy
I
is
figured,
like, yeah, dude, like this guy, he can like manipulate demons and angels. Like that's the type of like he's like a con artist. Like the
Yeah.
dude is a
Right.
straight up con artist. So if you ever want to read it, start with the Vertigo comics. I think the best one too was Hellblazer, by Tom Taylor. He did a pretty good one. It was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
They're actually making the omnibus for the Mike Delano run. I think I'm saying that right. But it was the first one because Garth Ennis got his, and that's when he like he kind of put more of Hellblazer into like the character he is now with being a con artist and like make especially to the angels and demons. And there's also that rumor that every time you write Hellblazer that you'll see him in real life.
That's
Like
crazy.
the writer, I'm not playing. I'll send y'all the video. Like everyone claims that they have seen this man in real life.
Like Constantine in real life.
Constantine.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
crazy.
And
Bro,
so
that's some good Lord mythos right there.
yeah, dude, I am not playing. I'll send y'all the video. I just gotta find it.
Yeah.
But and then what do you call it? The one. So the same is it Simon Spurrier that's writing this one?
Hold on. It's Aaron Campbell,
Okay.
and Simon Spurrier.
Okay, so Simon Spurrier, he wrote the last one. I didn't get a chance to read it, but I bought the trades because it got canceled. But I heard it was like the best Hellblazer since like the Vertigo days, and because they kind of dumbed them down
Yeah.
for like the DC comics, but that one was like the closest thing you could get to the Vertigo comics, because the Vertigo comics were
So
like the way Image
basically,
is
Death in
now.
America is like volume 2 from the previous Hellblazer run, because they discontinued Vertigo and they just brought all of that into Black Label. But the Vertigo comics have their own banner. It's called the Sandman's Universe
Oh
for
yeah,
Black
yeah,
Label
yeah.
DC Comics. So I think it was Hellblazer. Well, there's been a bunch of series for the
That Books of
Sandman universe
Magic.
now.
Yeah, Books of Magic is one of them. I heard that one's actually
Dream
pretty good.
World, something like that.
Yeah, but yeah,
So
Hellblazer, like
Dead in
Hellblazer,
America
y'all.
is basically like the continuation of the previous
So what's that one
Hellblazer
about?
under the Sandman banner. It's
Can you give
good,
us a
man.
synopsis? Give
I
us a
freaking love it.
synopsis. I want to read it so bad. I have the first issue, but I haven't got like the whole thing yet. I want to hear what's it
So
about.
basically something happened in the last run where Constantine died, and he ended up making a deal so he could like stay alive, so he can um save his child and this other girl, right? He has a son now. And in this book, he's kind of like a zombie, but the other, like his son and the other girl, don't know it. And he takes them to America to keep them safe. And that's where this run starts. He's dead. They don't know it. And he's kind of like weaving and bobbing his way through America to the different spirits and demons in America to like keep his people safe. They run into what's his name, Swamp Thing, and Swamp Thing was also
Yeah.
kind of like dead or like or just not existing the same way Swamp Thing so they have to like brought him back to life.
Yeah, because I think he
They
showed
have
up
to
in
like
Swamp Thing originally in the original comics.
uh,
He showed up in Swamp Thing, and I
uh-huh
think Hellblazer. I mean, not Sandman as well. And then I think that's why he's
so
in that new universe.
so they're traveling through different, they're going through like basically like the middle of America, like what some people call like flyover states, right? Like they're going to the countryside, and they're also trying to it's funny because in the beginning the Sandman reveals himself to Constantine, and he's like, I need you to find my tools, just like in the series, like my sand, my little pouch and my other
Yeah.
stuff. Somebody stole those from me. And Constantine is like, oh, why would I help you? It's like, because if those people, blah, 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 use those as you have in the past, because they also bring lore from the Vertigo into this run as well. Like it's just, I don't want to say it's like one straight timeline continuously, but they actually
So
make reference to the old
so
Vertigo
it's like a
comics.
legacy sequel.
Mm-hmm. So one really cool thing is like Constantine says to the Sandman, because this is, if people that don't know, the current Sandman is not the original Sandman. It's like his son in a way.
Yeah.
He says, you're more scary than the old guy, because the old guy was just like a moppy goth, whiny little, god like being. But you actually smile when you're telling me you're gonna kill me, without telling me you're gonna kill me, and that is actually scary. And the way they show that in the panels, bro, it's so good. But anyway, they travel from city to city. They go to like all these places that you would think there's like black magic, or like people use magic at some point. They go to like New Orleans. They go to some place in Tennessee, like places like where where the movie The Children of the Corn will take place, like places
Oh,
like
really?
that. And everywhere they go, there's like a hidden spirit. Bro, they go to like somewhere in the border where like people cross illegally into the states, and they meet like the spirit that protects the border, right? And bro, the way they unfold and break down and do like meta commentary on like the whole people crossing the border on the whole thing, it will break your heart and how
Mhm.
beautiful they tell this story. With,
I
with
gotta read it, man.
spirits and real people. Oh my god, bro! Like
Yeah, that's the
it,
beauty
it
of like Hellblazer comics, man. Like they touch on like the whole Vertigo stuff. They touch on the topics like that, like in such a elegant way where it's not beating you over the head with it. And you
exactly.
explaining that, I have to go find my issue. I have to go find
Oh
my
my god.
issue, and I'm gonna have to read it. I'm gonna have to go get the other one. You know what? No, because I think they sold out. Like all of those in my comic book stores, I think they sold out after issue 1. I got lucky because I was there. I was at the comic book store, and he's like, "These are the ones for next week." And I was like, "All right, I'll take that one."
Yeah,
But
this is a
dude, you,
reoccurring thing
bro,
in this podcast where like I would tell what I'm excited about, and then Rome's would be like, all right, I'm gonna go buy that now.
yeah, dude, bro, dude, my last
Yeah,
pull box was
I'm
$70,
destroying this guy's
bro.
financial.
$70
I'm,
just
I'm,
gone, bro.
I'm I'm destroying Rome's finances
Oh
every
my
time
My
god.
we talk
wallet,
about
bro. You're
comics.
blowing the back out of my wallet, dude.
Bro, next time we see Rome's, he's gonna be in the box. And you're like, you got me there.
It'll
All
be
I'm-
made out of pull boxes. That's what it'll be. But no, dude, anybody who's watching, like, I really recommend Hellblazer comics. They're good. The Mike Delano one, that one's like the slowest one, but it's like a slow burn, but it's a good one. Hellblazer by Garth Ennis, that one's good. I could recommend the Vertigo series, the last one, the Simon Spurrier one, and the Tom Taylor one. I haven't heard good things about the New 52 one. That's whenever they made him more like a DC type of character because he's kind of like his own thing.
Yeah.
Hellblazer, man, dude, I gotta go. I gotta read my comic now. I gotta read my comic, dude. That sounds amazing, man. All right, anything else, guys, before we wrap this up?
I just want to say one more thing. Don't no one read this terrible,
Oh, I can't see it. I can't see it.
this terrible,
Oh,
terrible
okay.
character. Like look at the post she's
All right.
doing. Look at the post she's doing. Look at that
All right,
symbol. Look at this.
fight the power. That's what she's doing. Fight the power.
Yeah, she's fighting for Hydra. And that's the only thing I gotta say. Thank you for having me on the podcast.
Of course, we always welcome
we wanted you.
Spider-Woman fans in the podcast.
No.
Bro, you know what's funny for context behind the scenes. I actually tried getting him in the long box episode for him just to say Thor was better, kind of like the wrestling thing where like they come in, do their thing, and then they come out. Yeah,
Yeah.
I tried doing that, but he couldn't make it. But I'm
You
glad you
would-
made it now. We would love to have you back, man.
Thank you.
So-
I'll
Would love to
I'll
have
be
you back.
happy to be back.
Yeah. So what happened was I prayed to Thor that day that Timo couldn't make it. And, Thor made it happen because that's just how it works.
Oh my god. I didn't want you would be unprepared for the facts I would bring to that, but I didn't want to ruin the podcast.
We still got
the
time.
facts.
We still
Okay.
got 5 minutes. You still got to come back.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna restate the points I said earlier. Spider-Woman's a bad mother. She worked for Hydra. She put the world at risk for her powers. Her name's Spider-Woman. That's so unoriginal. Good job, Spider-Woman. You could be like Lady Arachnid or something.
Arachne. That was her Hydra code name.
She's not even that important. Thor, okay, pros for Thor. He's an original Avenger. He saved the world with the Avengers by himself thousands of times. He has a hammer. He controls lightning. He's the god of thunder. I don't know. He's 6'7" or something. He's blonde. Come on, bro.
Okay.
Come on. That's all I gotta say.
That's it.
All right,
That's
guys.
I can't bring anything else really. I don't want
No,
to.
there's nothing. There's
No,
nothing.
I just don't want you to ball out in tears from the fact I spit. But I'll save that. I'll save that for a video on TikTok. I'll say that. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank you again. Thank you.
Oh no, man!
Thank you for being
we were
here, bro.
hoping,
We was excited to have you on for sure.
and not just that,
If you
but
wanna learn about Thor mythology, Thor comics, Thor, go check the Thorstorian on TikTok.
Yeah,
You know,
he
you're
has a
also
great
on
TikTok.
Instagram, right?
Yeah, Instagram, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
start posting on YouTube too.
yeah. We would
Yeah.
love
So
to see you on YouTube because I know TikTok might be going down. So like, man, I love your videos too, man. I think all
Thank you,
three of
thank
us
you.
are like, I think all three of us are kind of like the what do you call it? The trio who makes like the comic book panel stuff, right?
Yeah,
Or like the comics explained into like into a TikTok version,
yeah,
right?
that's so true. I'll say this. You know, I started to work on bettering or making better content because of Thor and Rome's. And I told them personally, and I said all the time, like I wanted my content to look similar or close to, or at least resemble what Timo and Rome's were doing on their accounts because I used to just like pan over with my phone over the actual comic and then
yeah,
just voice it over or just say something. But then I met these fine gentlemen, fine creators, and I heard about scripting. I heard I they Rome's gave me a lot of tips on how to work panels, on make the music
yeah,
be make it like like you're watching cinema, not just like throw whatever music in the background. Timo would be like proofreading my scripts all the time. Oh, Rome's too. So especially like all my Spider Woman videos, Timo is like my editor. He'd be like, all right, I like this, I like this, yeah, this is perfect, oh, this is great. He'd be giving me tips on how to like highlight this character. So the reason my content looks like it does today is because of these two gentlemen right here. So,
Well, I
big
appreciate it,
props to
man.
them.
dude.
You've grown a lot on your own too, man.
Yeah,
Like
your
you
editing,
found
bro,
your own style. Yeah, your editing like
is so.
sometimes it's better than me. I'm like, man, dude, that boy's doing good.
Dude,
And then
you've mastered the thumbnail, bro. Like all your thumbnails are like top tier,
yeah, dude, you're
especially that
getting good
Birds of
with your
Prey one.
thumbnails.
Especially that Birds of Prey one.
Oh, that's Rome's. I'll be sharing my Rome's be like, I don't like the font, or I can't see what's going on in the background,
Yeah,
or
it's because like
no,
you with your thumbnails, you got to be like kind of artistic with it, or like you gotta like I don't know. I did a lot of thumbnails for a very long time until I got the hang of it. Like
Yeah,
so, like I give Year like I want him to like I don't want him to struggle like the way I did because like I didn't get views on YouTube for like a very very long time. So like 2 3 years, almost nothing. So like
yeah,
and then now that I have this knowledge, I can just pass it on to y'all. So it makes it easier for y'all because y'all actually like you could have just ask me and I can help y'all. Like it's no big deal for me because I would if I was me back in the day and I was one of y'all and I had someone I can ask, like what can I would ask all the time. And y'all
yeah,
don't bother
oh
me
my
either.
god,
It's
yeah,
just sometimes I don't sometimes I just not on the phone because I don't get a chance because I'm at work, but
yeah,
I love helping y'all. I mean, to be honest, it's just um, I I don't want to be the only one struggling, and I know y'all need the help too. So like, I like helping people too. So like, I don't
yeah,
want y'all to feel like un unsure of yourselves. So
yeah.
that's why I always try to help y'all whenever I can or however, because I know the struggle and
That's
it
why
was
you're
like
the
a two.
best, bro. You're the best.
It took
let's
3
go.
years, man. Like it took 2 3 years to get where I'm at right now. Well, now four now. So I'm thinking, oh, 4 or 5, something like that. And I'm barely getting views now. So like, I'm glad it like all the advice I had to learn on my all the stuff I had to learn on my own. I'm glad it's helping y'all. Like truly, like, I'm proud of y'all too, especially
Thank
you,
you,
Year, man. You really blew up with your stuff, man. Like
bro.
you develop your own style.
Well,
You like, dude, you pumped out more than me. I
Dude,
mean
he's a
that's a
machine, bro.
yeah, I know.
Back to back
And then
videos.
yeah, dude, and like, dude, like the way you make them with such quality, I'm like, man, dude, I make me feel bad. I'm like, man, I'm
Dude,
not posting enough.
and most people who pump out like that, their quality goes down. But yours, he just
Yeah,
it's just at a perfect quality, bro. It's like so good. The
yeah, you're
editing,
hitting the T. You're hitting the T all the time,
exactly,
man.
exactly.
thank you. I'll be working all the time on this stuff. Like I used to be more busy. I used to post more stuff, but since having the baby and all that, I had to
Yeah.
like cut back on the amount of content I could do, because I also read comics like every day, like till my eyeballs fall off my face.
Really?
So
See, I wish I had time.
yeah,
I sometimes I like that's why I get digital comics a lot, because like that's how I can read it sometimes. It's like
Yeah.
mostly I read on my bed before I go to sleep, so I don't really get a chance to finish on my
I
comics.
take my comics everywhere.
Oh,
Like,
really?
I have a little clipboard back there.
Oh yeah.
Whenever
You
I'm
showed me
reading
that.
my
Yeah.
new comics, my runs, I take that everywhere. If I go to an appointment, if I'm at work, if I'm going to the hospital to hang out with my wife and the baby, like my comics go with me everywhere.
I actually copied Year because he did that clipboard thing. I went and found a box and it had like a little clipboard part.
Oh, nice.
I was like, bro, you're smart for that, bro. You're smart for that.
Maybe
Yeah,
I need to start
that's
doing
how
that.
I manage to like stay on top of my comics, because if not, like my to be read pile would be like long boxes worth.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
god.
how mine is right now. That's how mine is right now, because I keep getting behind. It's because I don't know. Like a few months ago, we talked about this last time. I got burned out by comics, but I think it's just in hindsight. I don't want to call anyone out. It's just I like I hate the fact that you can't like a certain comic. I mean, you tell anybody on social media that you like a certain comic, and they attack you because you like it.
Yeah, I think.
That's what kind of burned me out, because like someone I was talking about Old Man Logan, and someone was like, "Oh, that comic is horrible," and I was like, "Bro, that's my favorite comic." Like,
Yeah.
I know people hate it or whatever, but like, dude, like you don't have to attack me because something I like.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I love Old Man Logan. Like, I even made a whole video about it on my YouTube with like relating to something, and like, dude,
Yeah.
I like you don't need to attack someone just because they like a certain writer. I mean, yeah, there is like what's it called Ellis. I know he did his bad stuff, but like,
Yeah.
but, like, not. But you know what I mean? Like, it's like,
Unfortunately. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Unfortunately, we have really toxic people like that, but that's okay, because then we have like great people like you and Year. Like, I think, yeah. Unfortunately, we have toxic people, but we have goats like you in the community that make up for it. You're the best.
Thanks, man.
You're such positive role models for people. Like most of the time, people go to like comic book creators, and most of the time they're like verses. So they'll say like, "Oh, I like Hulk." They'll be like, "Well, Hulk can't beat this character." I'm like, "I don't care."
Okay.
Yeah. That's why
I don't care, bro.
I don't. Yeah, that's how I am. I don't really care for fights, because like, dude, I mean, me and Year, we both like boxing. So like for me personally, dude, it could be anybody's day.
Yeah.
It can be anybody's day. And plus, Stan Lee, he said it best.
Timo's a boxing fan too.
Oh, you are
Yeah,
too?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start sending you clips.
yeah.
Then. I'm gonna start sending you clips.
Yeah, he be getting into boxing sometime. He'd be like, "Hey, you know about this fighter? You know about this other fighter?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'll be telling him, "Hey, bro, you should look up this fighter. This fighter is going crazy right now." So
yeah, so like, like, I don't really take.
Too.
Yeah, so like I don't really care. Like, and then Stan Lee said like it depends on the writer how he wants to write the comic. So like,
exactly.
the fights and the scaling doesn't really matter for me personally, because I know a lot of people are passionate about it. But I mean,
yeah. But I am glad
that
we have people like y'all. Y'all are so positive. Y'all are like a safe space where people can talk to y'all and y'all won't judge them. Except Pierre, because I like Thor, but y'all won't judge them on anything that they say about comics. They'll be like, "Oh, I like this character," and you'll be like, "Oh, that's cool. Have you read this?" But y'all, like I said, y'all are such like good people in this community, and I'm glad that we have y'all.
I appreciate it, man. I'm glad I'm part of it too. I appreciate everybody who views even this podcast too. I appreciate everybody.
My wife just called. She's saying hi to everybody.
Hey, tell her what's up.
Hi. Hola. Hello.
I'll
she
call you
making
back
another
in a minute.
video?
We're almost done, okay? All right.
She making another video in bed at the hospital.
My bad. My wife was she's just checking on me, making sure I'm alive.
Oh no, is she making another video for TikTok?
Probably. She's going crazy with them baby videos.
I'll be seeing them on Instagram.
Yeah, they're funny.
Yeah. She'd be cracking me up, bro.
But yeah, I'm really glad that y'all invited me to this podcast. I'm really nervous about this because I
You
don't
did
like
pretty
showing my
good, man.
face a lot.
You did
Thank you a
good,
lot. Thank you.
man. We would
I
love to
appreciate-
have you back, man. Like whenever, like we're just trying to figure
Yeah.
out who else. We got a couple people in mind for the next few, so we
Yeah.
got we'll do
Hopefully,
pretty
by
good.
the time we have you back, Thor, it's not dead.
Oh my god.
Um,
Okay. He
so I'll
won't
be
be dead.
praying. I'll be praying for you and Thor. So
Thank you. Thank
he
you.
comes out on top of this event. But things are not looking great right now. But yeah, man,
Thank
we'll love to have you back for sure.
Thank you. Maybe he'll be alive next time. Maybe.
All right, guys. We appreciate everybody watching. Remember to leave a comment, like,
Thank
and
you.
subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time. Deuces, guys.
Bye.